Hey guys, welcome to 334 Tactical Outdoors. Today I want to make a video of how I mounted this Motorguide XI3 trolling motor to my Perception Outlaw 11.5. Now there's not very many videos of people mounting a bow mount trolling motor on the Perception Outlaw 11.5 because it has such a big stern that everybody wants to go with the stern mount trolling motor. So today I want to show you my process of how I got this installed and how I balanced the weight out properly on it. I'll throw it in the water and let it troll around and let you see what it looks like, you know, on the water, how it balanced out. If you find this video helpful, please leave me a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions about this, please leave me a comment. To everybody who has subscribed to my channel so far, I really appreciate you. I wasn't expecting all this, so thank you for that. So let's get into this review. Thanks guys. Okay guys, this is how I did my mount for the Motorguide XI3. Now this is the quick release bracket that you can buy for the Motorguide XI series. I think it's 89 bucks or 69 bucks. I'll correct myself here on the price. But the Motorguide quick release bracket makes it so easy to be able to get the trolling motor on and off of the kayak. You can take it off after every trip. You don't have to leave it, you know, directly mounted to the kayak. So I would suggest this. It's a great investment. If you don't want to, you can mount the trolling motor directly down to the kayak, however you feel. But the reason that I had to put the polygranate cutting board on is this Motorguide quick release bracket comes with this pin to lock it in, and I'll show you how it locks in. But as you can see, it is really close to the kayak there. That's why I had to come up a ½ an inch to get it out of this groove. And as you can see, that barely got it up high enough to be able to slide in and out of there. So that's the reason for the polygranate cutting board. And what I did is I took some cardboard, laid it up here, traced it out for where I wanted to go to. Back here, let me get this mesh cover back on and I'll show you. All I did was come back to where this bow mesh cover is here. I just came back to it, just kind of detail it, make it look nice on this front end here. Now, all I did to bolt it down is I got 2 bolts here and 2 going through the quick release bracket. These 4 go straight through the hull of the kayak. Let me bring a picture up here and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. As you can see, I've got the fender washers and the lock nuts on the inside. That's all you need to hold this down, and it's stout. It doesn't move. It doesn't go anywhere. I mean, it's on there. Now these 2 here, these 2 holes aren't in this quick release bracket. When you buy this quick release bracket, you get these 2 holes and these 2 holes. Well, these 2 here, right here on the front, would have went through my handle down there. As you can see where the holes are, they would have went straight through your front handle that's molded in. And I don't want to run anything up here, because when you in the hole, you only got access to getting into the hole here. So I didn't want no holes drilled in up here. That's setting yourself up for disaster, because if you ever do hit waves and stuff and they coming over the bow here, you're going to get water inside your hole. So you want to be able to waterproof this when you do it. So what I did was only these 4 go through the hole, and as you can see in the picture, it's as far forward on the bow as you can get. Now these 2 here, all I did was let them go straight through the cutting board, and I put fender washers and lock nuts to hold them to the cutting board. So that gives the bow, you know, it's completely mounted down and doesn't move. Now the only way you're going to get access inside the hull is I put a 4-inch deck plate in, and that 4-inch deck plate allows me to have access inside my hull here. So you're going to have some kind of access. I went with the 4-inch deck plate. It looks pretty good in the bow. It looks factory inside there. I have a video on my page showing how you put deck plates in. It's a pretty simple, easy process. You just need to waterproof it to keep any kind of water from getting inside your hole. You want to keep it nice and dry inside there. Now, I also installed the trolling motor plug on the front. That way you can take it on and off. And let me show you how easy it is to put the trolling motor on. All it does is set on there. Then you take your pin, slide your pin through, and it locks in. And now your trolling motor's mounted on. So now all you got to do is come around here to your plug, plug it up, and you're good to go. I mean, that's as easy as it gets to mount this trolling motor on. Now, another thing that I had to do was when you have a bow mount trolling motor, you've got a foot pedal that you have to press down to be able to deploy the trolling motor. That way when it gets deployed out, it comes back up and locks the trolling motor into place. So the way that you have to be able to do this is I've got a carabiner. I got a carabiner right here that I come up and that I can attach onto it. That comes back here to a handle that I have that's run through. So when I pull the handle, it pulls the foot pedal down up there. That way I can control the foot pedal. I have another rope here to where I can pull it from up there. That way it'll lock it back into place. So whenever I pull this rope, it'll pull my foot pedal down to where I can deploy the trolling motor out, like so. Come on. Like so. And that way it'll deploy out. Sorry, it's hitting against my trailer up there, but that's how I deploy it out from sitting in the seat up here. So let me throw this in the water, and I'll show you what it's like when you're just trolling this around from up on the bank. I'll show you what it looks like and how I got it counterbalanced. Now, one thing I can tell you, this adds a lot of weight to the bow. So what I did to counterbalance that weight is back here, I have a waterproof Plano box here. I had to put a full-size marine battery in the back. This up here is my 18 amp hour battery that runs my Garmin, but I had to put a full-size battery back here instead of my lithium battery because I needed the weight. This battery here does weigh 40 pounds, so it does help counterbalance the weight. And whenever I put it in the water, you'll see how it rides in the water, so it does have it balanced out properly. And where I sit in the seat there, you'll be able to see that. So let me put it in the water here. I'll show you how this thing rides out in the water. Like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions about anything else of how I put this on, just leave me a comment. I get back to all my questions that gets asked. I get back to you as quick as I can. So let me throw this in the water and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, this is the kayak in the water. You have a remote control to this trolling motor, so that's how it's controlled. As you can see, I can move it around. This is how it rides in the water. As you can see, I have it counterbalanced out. Putting a full-size marine battery in really helps it out. So but this is what it's like with the trolling motor running around. Let me slow it down a little bit. Let me turn it around. And that noise you hear is me clicking this remote here, spinning around. Now this does leave you access to put whatever you want on the stern of this kayak. because it still leaves the stern completely wide open. So this is how it is controlling the trolling motor. And like I said, as you can see, it counterbalances out nice, and where you set in the seat, it just adds a tad bit more weight on the tail end, so it does bring the stern down a little bit more than what it is. But as you can see, the trolling motor works great out on the water. This allows you to be able to stand up and fish the entire time. You don't have any problems because you have the remote control, so you don't have anything else that you're having to control. So you control your speed, your steering, everything is done straight through the remote control of the trolling motor. So guys, I hope you appreciate it. You know, the video. If there's anything I can help you with, just let me know. So all right, I appreciate it. I think I'm finna go fishing for a little while since I've got this thing in the water. So I appreciate everything, guys. Thanks.